So at ORBCOMM, we've been working a long time to try and advance the technology to the point where it actually made sense for implementation. Because as you mentioned, it does take a learning curve and a bit of a journey to get to the point that you're ready to implement tracking. And of course, your experience in reefer has certainly paved the way for that. However, you have to hit a certain price point with a certain feature set. Why would you say that the ORBCOMM technology has helped you take the leap into dry container tracking?
Well, ORBCOMM is doing a lot of things right, and to know what to do right, you needed us on the user side to clearly define what is it that we need in a tracking device to solve those challenges that are in the market today. And we looked at that closely, and we work with our customers to identify what's most relevant, and that is predominantly GPS position, knowing where's my container right now. Now, the technologies therefore needed to be designed to deliver that piece of information reliably over a long period of time from basically everywhere around the world. And together with ORBCOMM, we went through this design process together in order to build a piece of technology that's clearly focused on delivering that kind of information and do that in a way that it can live for 5 years, thanks to the solar panel, that it can communicate in more than 160 countries around the world, and that it basically is completely safe to be used in all sorts of environments. And that has all been very important factors for us and for our customers as well in order to implement this technology across the world.
And that wasn't easy to do, right? And it was a journey. It did take a fair amount of time to be able to get all the use cases, meet every single safety requirement, price requirement, and gather all of the relevant data points, for Hapag. I think that's the biggest difference, that ORBCOMM provides is our experience and our ability to know the industry, work with key customers and stakeholders like Hapag-Lloyd, and to really then deliver on what the market wants.
And from our perspective, something we look for in a partner at this scale is not just to deliver a piece of technology, but to actually be there along the whole life cycle. So we are installing the first generation of devices right now, living for at least 5 years. But what comes after that, right? So when do we start thinking about the next generation is now, once we decided for the first generation. So we need somebody at our side supporting us in building this ecosystem of smart assets, in our case containers, because we don't want to do this now once, but we want to create the world's smartest container fleet for the future.
The ORBCOMM solution wasn't developed overnight for dry container tracking. It took a very long time to advance the technology and get the right feature set. And one of the ways that we were able to finally achieve that was by collaborating with Hapag-Lloyd for quite a long time, doing trials and trying to refine, what the offering was. After, I think probably 3+ years, of dedicated effort, we were finally able to reach the point where we, I think, hit the mark, enough for you guys to be able to dive in, as they say. Would you agree?
Yes, ORBCOMM and Hapag-Lloyd have been on a journey together that started some time ago. And for us, in selecting a partner, there's a couple of things we look for, right? So we of course want to be at the technological edge. So we want to do what's the best and the most smart thing right now. We want to be future-proof, so we want something that can live for the next 5 years in this case. And we are looking for a partner that can truly support us on our global operations, since our customers they operate their business 24/7, 365 days a year. So do we, and so need our partners to support that as well. So it's really a 360-degree effort that certainly didn't develop overnight. Yeah.